Good morning, everybody. Boy, it is raining outside today and turning cold. Welcome back to the channel. Behind the Blue Line Retired. My story today, doom and gloom, I reckon. But in Stockton, California, the other day, there was a family that was having a birthday party for a small child. And I think it was about 20 or 25 people attending the birthday party. And sometime during the day, some thugs or whatever you want to call them drove by and shot up the place. And it was in a community center, I guess. Shot up the place. Okay, 12 people ended up getting hit. 4 were unlived. Okay, a 6-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 15-year-old were 3 of the 4 unlived. Okay, we're talking about children. Where has our compassion and care for life went? You know, if you were, whoever you are, if you were targeting gang members, which that seems to be the case these days, you guys don't care what you shoot. You just go shooting. You don't care what you hit. You just in anger. That's all y'all know nowadays is how to use that finger. That's yeah. I mean, that's almost, what do you call it? I'm not going to say acceptable, but usual. We say usual suspects, thugs, young thugs. Most of you probably don't know who Daddy is. Your mama's trying to raise you. She's too busy at work to try to pay the bills, and you're out on the street thugging. Which is typical. That happens in every neighborhood now. We got that crowd in every neighborhood. But we're raising sand about, races, the race, your skin color. You're seeing all these attacks on people, and you're killing your own people. That's what gets me. You raise the devil about you don't like white people or Indian people or yellow people. We our lives matter, but yet you're out there shooting and unlifing each other. Good buddies during the week, and then on the weekend you're unlifing each other. Is your mind right? Pastor David Manning, he's a reputable preacher in New York, I believe, and he's black. I heard him say, your mind ain't right. It ain't me saying it. It ain't me saying it. It's him saying it, and he's black. Your mind ain't right. He said, the man's mind ain't right. I'm starting to believe him. Everything he preaches on, I'm starting to believe. What in the world? Here you got 4 members unlived, 4 family members. 3 of the 4 are children. Where is your mind? What are you thinking? Who are you trying to put down? What gives you the right to decide you got a heaven or hell to put somebody in, but you can't pick the right person that you're trying to target? You hit innocent people. What gives you the right to decide you got a heaven or hell to put these people in? I don't get it. The things are changing so much these days, and it's starting to be, everybody's starting to get numb to it because it's all on the internet and all on the news and things like that. There's a friend of my daughter's that sent her a video that happened in a town about 12 miles from us. After church, she goes to the KFC. She's going to get her some lunch. So she goes through the drive-thru, and she's wondering what in the world is taking them so long to get her food. So she looks in the window. She happens to see what they're doing, so she grabs her cell phone and videos it. These clowns are in there. Typical thugs. I'll call you what you are, thugs. Instead of getting the food and preparing it, they got a bag of marijuana on the counter, cutting it up and trying to split it in bags and ignoring the customer. And she's sitting right there videoing. The evidence is right there. I'd have thrown them all up under the jail. In the restaurant, cutting weed. Why would you? That's why people can't hire people no more. People ain't gonna work. They want to sell their dope across the counter. I reckon that's what they were doing. But this is how stupid things have got. You can't even go shopping anymore without looking behind you, without seeing these alders trying to call you out to get you on camera to tick you off while you're trying to get in the door. People fighting over stupid stuff. It is crazy out there. That's why I'm always preaching about self-defense and make sure you conceal carry and make sure you have your proper credentials, and because it seems to be the thing today. Somebody attacks you and you're the victim, but you do what you got to do and end up putting them in their place. Then somehow or another, like they do, they make themselves look to be the darn victim. And then you, 9 times out of 10, you end up getting charged. I'll take a charge. I'll catch a charge. I'll tell the judge, yeah, I knocked the shit out of him. He come up on me. I told him to go get back, judge, but he kept coming. When he did, I'll tell the judge that. Why lie about it? They know what's going on. They just do that crap to sweep it under the rug and get the case over with. They're going to blame somebody. 9 times out of 10, you're the victim. You do what you got to do, then they're going to make themselves the victim. There was something on the news about, I think there was an officer upstate somewhere, I want to say Ohio or somewhere. He was acquitted, not found guilty, where he shot some lady that was pregnant. She had been in the store stealing liquor or something and had about 4 or 5 bottles in her purse. And there was an officer in front of her car, and they walked out to confront her just to check. And she tried to run the officer over. And whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, it seemed like he didn't have enough time to get out of the way. He was trying to, but she hit him. Okay, a vehicle is a deadly weapon. It's just like having a loaded gun. It's according to how you use it. So when she hit him, he shot her. Is what it is. Vehicles are considered deadly weapons based on how they're used. If he could have got out of the way, I'm sure he'd have got out of the way. But she was shot, and she later succumbed to her injury and passed away. Things could have been handled different, but at the time when things happen so fast, you just don't know. So people need to get out of that using different skin colors as a means to justify committing crimes, and using that skin color as an excuse to get away with it and feel like you're immune. And this is all people. That's the biggest darn excuse I've ever heard. Use skin color to blame your own failures. It does not make sense to me. That is stupid, but it's done. It's done day in and day out. Day in, day out. Commit a crime, do something to somebody, and then somehow or another you end up trying to make yourself the victim. Does not make sense, man. It don't. So I just wanted to mention that story. It's sad, man. Things just happening here in my state. I woke up this morning, saw the news, and the Raleigh Convention Center was on fire, burning down. I'm thinking, what in the world? It's been there for years. So I think they eventually said it had something to do with natural gas leak or something other like that. But thankfully nobody was inside the building, and they were able to get it put out during the night. So, well, man, y'all like what you see, hit like and subscribe, man. Let me know what you think. I'm not after anybody. I like to see everybody get along. I like to see the race of people get along, all of that. But all of us need to straighten out our people, because I've got some in my race that just as bad. I'm not picking one particular race, because we all have bad seeds, man. It just is what it is. It seemed like since we had the quarantine, things have been weird ever since. So y'all have a good one, man.